Hi, little ones. Oh, yes. What's cuter than a little baby bunny, hey? It is a beautiful evening here at the 10-Acre Woods. Welcome. My name is Mark, and in today's video we're going to be rebuilding our rabbit hutch area. So that has been in need for some time. We do have a new animal that we will show you in a little bit. And we purchased some nest boxes for our chickens. So we've been having some issues from time to time. We get chickens in that maybe don't behave as well as others, and they break eggs, eat eggs. They sometimes soil the nesting material as well. So we purchased some rollaway nest boxes. So we're gonna head in. Tara's just inside here now, and we will get that all set up. We've been looking all over. This is from a company called Leading Edge Metalworks. This isn't a promotional
we got it at PV.
video. We just bought this at PV Mart. It is a 12 by 12. So you can see the, it actually sits flush on the wall like that. So the eggs will roll out the front. And then of course when you go to collect them, you just open up the front and bada bing, bada boom. But we were looking at this and you can see it's wired. Now the concern is if an egg is turned sideways this way, it's not going to be able to roll down or correct itself. So what we've done is we've taken and made this template, just cardboard, and it just slides in there perfectly, and just a little cushion at the end that just kind of keeps it from however fast the eggs are going to come traveling, and that's it. So we can use some old cardboard just to make some more as they get soiled, because they likely will become soiled.
Tara will figure out how to do it properly.
It's I ran into the same problem. If it's over one side, it'll jam on that side, so it's got to kind of be centered, and it'll be.
Well, and they're a little stiff, so they have to be.
Yeah, you can work them out. All right, so we're going to take the two that are in here off. Is that correct, Tara?
Yeah.
And that's where they're going, yeah. So we're going to take those two off, and those are just standard. I've seen these sold at many different places, but they're just a standard nest box. Oh, look, somebody's home over there. So we'll probably utilize these in other areas. We did make...
Oh look, two more guinea eggs.
We did make one over there years ago, but it's good to have some kicking around. So there's guinea eggs in there?
No, they're on the floor.
Oh yeah, it is too. All right.
I know.
Yeah, we've been collecting these, and you can tell they're guinea because the spots on them. Well, guineas have spots, and so does their eggs. There's a guinea over there. So we're going to, actually Tara's already started. Oh, is there another one? What is that? That's a
regular egg.
Yeah, that's just a chicken egg. So Tara's already started, so we'll get to work and get these changed out. So it's now the next day. We have checked our eggs, or the lack thereof. Nothing yet has been laid in those nest boxes. Nothing's been laid in any other area, so I guess the girls just either have to get used to it, or they just need a little bit time to lay some eggs. Now today we are starting to work on our expansion of our rabbit hutch. So we've got two rabbit hutches, the boys and the girls, and then a center building section. We've got an outer run that where the rabbits can go and where the chickens can go. So we want to redo that. It's getting pretty old. It's starting to fall apart. Billy the goat broke through there last fall, and so a lot of it's rotted, and we thought, okay, it's time to change it up. So a couple years ago, we picked up a bunch of shelving from a home store, and we brought it home. Tara had some wonderful ideas. We actually started this project 2 weeks ago, I think it was, but it was raining off and on, so we couldn't actually get to installing it. So I'm gonna play that little clip here as the train is coming. It's gonna get louder. So we'll cut to that clip right away, and you can see how we actually built these and put them together. So we're now out in the rabbit hutch. This is the boys' side over on this side, and the girls' side over there. So that is the girls' run that comes out here. What we're going to do is we're going to put those units that we built, I don't even know what to call them an arbor maybe, and we're going to start it from here, and we're going to work them out across over to here. We're going to be able to cover that with holly for the winter time, and there's Tara. So she is here with our volunteers today helping out. We're just taking the screen off the top of this area, and this wall will actually come down. So the idea, well, there's a few ideas. We'll bring the girls' run out here, or sorry, the boys, or we might even bring the boys' run out to this side here and have this area here as the chicken run. Are you helping us level things out? Good job. I think she's looking for worms. So we've got all the pieces in place, and it's not completely straight with the building. The peak at the end doesn't actually line up. We were originally planning on matching the peak to the peak, but we had made a change. It just works better that way. We put this piece that runs along here. We're going to mount the first one. We're going to bolt it into that, into the fascia there, as well as on this side. It's not going to be an enclosed structure. It's going to have a tarp for the winter time, possibly even for the summer. Who knows, maybe we'll leave it on. But the reasoning was the rabbit door is down here. And this was actually right in the middle of the door. So we would have had to relocate the door, which isn't a huge deal. But it just works better that way because this is where the old wood framing was, and there's still wire underneath there. So there's a few different reasons why we went with this. It matches up exactly to the end piece here as well, and to that side of the gate. So I think we've decided that this is the way it's going to be. It's not completely flat or flush with the other building. It might play a little bit with my OCD. It's not completely straight, but that's no biggie. So we can always, if we need be, we can always put an end piece on there. But it's not the end of the world. So that is, that's it, all in place. So the next step is for us to take these here. And these are metal, drop them, metal screws with a washer on them. And these are going to get screwed in through here. And they'll go right into the board, securing that. And then at each join, where they come together, there's going to be another one that goes through here and fastens them to each other. So I think Tara put on here and then also up here on both sides. So I believe that's how she did it with the greenhouse. But it's looking pretty good. It's a nice warm day. It's very breezy. I've got a lot of the animals relaxing in the afternoon. The sheep. There's Tara. She's got the drill. She's got the bit. She's getting ready to fasten those together. And Petey. Oh, Piper must be out running around. Petey's there relaxing. So yes, a beautiful day. The pond is now
Tell them there's
full.
3 turtles?
Oh, there's 3, right.
3 turtles now.
We knew there was 2 turtles, but apparently Tiana has seen a 3rd one. Let's see. I was out here the other day and I saw one down here on the edge. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go, over on the far side. There's, looks like 2 there. 1 and 2. Of course, if I try to go over there to get a closer picture, that's not going to work. They're just going to dart in. So apparently there's a 3rd one, but I'm not seeing it. The windmill, so of course it's working great today. It's nice and windy, and I did get that new air stone in. You can see it working hard there, aerating the water. And I hooked up, it's a rubber hose. So here's the connection from the original plastic hose to a sinkable rubber hose. And that goes down this conduit pipe out, and you can see how it is actually sunk. And it's not going to trip the ducks as they try to swim by. Hi, Sheldon. How you doing, buddy? Are you in a book now? You are. We've ordered ours. Marlene is here, one of our volunteers, and she brought this. Party Animals, Celebrating Our Differences. So, here is Sheldon right here. There was a couple different farms. Here's one of the kids here. And this, it was of course before they were sheared. That actually looks like Turbo there. So it's a children's book about how different everybody is from, I think, 3 farms. So there's Bronwyn. She's got her little bow tie. We are all different, and that is okay. Here's Sheldon in a little tutu. It was a local author that wrote the book, and here's some from yet another farm. This one here doesn't look like one of ours. And then there was her girlfriend, a photographer, came out and took some photos. There's a donkey. Oh, and there's Billy. And that looks like Petunia. There's 2 of the kids. Radium and looks like Tungsten. So it's a decent book, a really great book for kids. If you are interested in purchasing one of these books, they're on Amazon. I will leave the link down in the description, and you can have your own book with some of the animals from the farm. At the back here, I believe there is a section that just acknowledges, so the 10 Acre Woods, at 10 Acre Woods, and then some of the other farms that allowed them to come in and take some photos. Hi, Lulu. So of course we have 2 girls of the 9 kids, and where is, oh, there's Patches over there. So we did separate them last week. Patches actually did escape in the building there. There's a section, and it's not very big, and we boarded it up just so we could get in here, and it was right down in here. Tara put a 2x4 in just to shore it up, but she squeezed right in there. and went to see her mom. So that was interesting, finding that there was patches over on the wrong side of the fence. So they'll be with us probably until the beginning of July. Then they're going to be all going off to their new homes. And the others are over here. Now, we did leave Blackie in with her kids, Tungsten and Radium, just because, you know, they were a little bit smaller. They had a tough go of it early on. So, what are you doing? You got Mac the duck there. Looks like she's sleeping. Hey, Blackie, what are you boys doing? Are you getting into trouble? Hey, Giz? Here's Gizmo. Who else is in there? Nobody? No, just you. You've been hanging out in here, haven't you? So the volunteers today are taking a few of the goats, one of them being Gizmo. There's 3 of them. So they'll be, we just discussed, probably beginning right after the long weekend in the beginning of July. These kids will be going home. There's lots of photos of them, or of the pen that they had built. So they've got a nice stall. And they'll be heading out then. But later today, it's time to band these boys because it's time. Between 8 and 10 weeks, you want to band them. So you don't want to band them too soon. And of course, you run into problems if you band them too late. But we're sitting at around 9 weeks now, so it's perfect. If you band them too soon, you can catch their urethra. They can develop urination issues down the road. So you want to make sure that they are developed enough that the band isn't going to interfere with anything else. So you might hear something squawking away here in the tree, and pretty loud actually. So this is Spook.
Was down there.
Spook, what are you doing? Are you hungry? Spook is a magpie that was found by somebody, well, found by their dog actually, and brought into us, and it's Spook's about 4 or 5 weeks old. They generally spend the first 4 weeks in their nest, and then they go on to the next stage. There's another 4 weeks where they're on the ground.
Looks like it.
So she is about 5 or 6 weeks old. Another few weeks and he will be good to go, and then he'll get released. So our little magpie. What do you got?
That was sitting on the tree.
Now it looks like a piece of an apple.
Is it an apple? That was sitting on the tree though. She just picked that up.
Hey Danny, is that Danny? You got one squirrel that hangs around. And oh, it's a girl.
Yeah, I was looking at
I can see all those little all the little teats on the front.
So Danny is a girl.
You know, I'm pretty sure Danny was a girl.
So that means the other one is a boyfriend.
Yeah. So is there another one around, Deanna?
Yeah, there's a red one, because all of a sudden we had 2 squirrels running around, and we're like, oh, Danny's got a girlfriend. But if Danny's a girl, that means Danny got a boyfriend.
Yeah. All right, and the little lambs. We put them outside during the day, and when it's cool, we put them inside. So we have JJ and Willow eating. Oh, did you hear your name, JJ? Did you? Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it bottle feeding time yet?
Yes.
You guys can get pretty loud, can't you? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Good. There's nothing coming out of my thumb. But she'll try. Yeah, a lot of you in the comments said you didn't realize that they were born with long tails. They are this breed, and which we think is possibly Canadian Arcot. It could be another breed, but that's the ones that we have. Why are you chewing on my camera? Oh, yes, you're just exploring all kinds of different things, aren't you, girls? Yeah. Oh, you gonna try my finger? Oh, just don't go too far to the back, because those molars back there, they're starting to get a little more aggressive. Okay, and we have one of our Muscovies who disappeared. I came out with, well, a bunch of little fluff balls. Oh, you guys playing in the puddle. Oh, so I think there is 8 of them, I think. 2, 4, 6, 7, and there's probably one in the front in front of her. So yeah, they're just hanging out in the puddle. So Muscovy ducks actually take quite a long time to grow to maturity. Pekin ducks, which you may be familiar with, are the white ones. They only take about 6 weeks until they're full grown. Muscovies can take, you know, almost 6 months. They take quite a long time to grow up. But they're a very, especially the males, a very large duck. And then we have the trio here, the 3 boys. Hey! Now some of you have also asked, why is Scooby not out here? And why do we have him in the building right here? It's because Scooby, the reason why Scooby came to us is because he's a very aggressive male, and he's actually killed some of his roommates. So that's why he came over here. So I believe we did have him in for a short time, but he was just getting too aggressive. Scooby is kind of a, he's, I guess, doesn't associate with his kind. He much prefers humans, don't you, Scooby? I see you have some treats in here. Some berries. Marlene brought you berries and some peas and some strawberries. And then we have Henry over here. So Henry's his company. But they don't seem to mind it. They're outside and digging around and doing their own thing. So it's now Sunday morning, and we are going to get out there right away and finish off that the chicken run outside. We've got the main structure up and all bolted together. I just want to close off so we can let the birds back out again. So I just wanted to show you in here, we have, hi Mama. We have 2 mamas and some chicks. They're all running around. You can see the different size. So these are the older ones, of course, and these are the younger ones over here. Following Mom around. We do have a rooster in here. This is Pluto. He is a Sarama rooster. It's the smallest breed of chicken. And we have a mama. Well, that's mama to be, I guess. So what we've done here is we've tucked in 10 or 12 guinea eggs. We've been having issues with our guineas actually hatching out, and this is a pretty broody mama. So hopefully she's going to produce some guinea. Now we do have, I think we've got about 9 guinea over here. And they are excellent for tick control. But they haven't been really, they lay eggs in such the strangest places, and we can never contain them, and then we lose some of them. So we thought we would just hatch them out. You guys are finishing off that melon. The remains of the melon. Just the skin. Pluto is not the dad to those ones over there. The dad to those ones is likely Crazy Billy over there. Crazy-haired Billy. Okay, so the nest boxes. So we didn't find any yesterday after 24 hours of having it installed. We found 2 guinea eggs on the floor, which is normal. The guinea fowl don't seem to lay anywhere else than down there. And then we found another one, a chicken egg up there, and then another one, I think, on the floor. So they're probably going to need some time to get used to this. There's a little bit of poop here. We haven't got an egg in that one. And we don't have an egg in that one. So it's likely going to take some getting used to. Tara and I were discussing it last night and thought, what about putting some hay in there to start off with, making it a standard nest box, and then removing the hay and kind of tricking them. So we're going to keep an eye on that during the week and see how things go. It's something new that they don't quite get, and they might just not want to go in there. So this is what we're left with, this open area here. we've got this all bolted together, and it seems to be, well, it's extremely secure. So, you know, it's not moving. We have put bolts in here, and then we've got another bolt down in here. We didn't bother putting, I thought Tara had put a bolt up higher, but she didn't. But still, you know, you pull this, and the next one beside it's not moving at all. And then that's bolted up at the 2 points there. So we've got this little spot here. This is actually a shelving unit that would hang. You can see the little cutout there. It would hang on the wire and be a shelf. So that's not permanently secured in place, and of course we would put another one over here. But I think the whole idea is Tara wants to have access point from the ends, so from there, from over there on the rabbit run, and then from over there for the chicken. And then we want to completely close off this section back here in between the buildings, so going from that corner over to this corner of this building. And we want to put something up that's that the goats, the male goats, stud goats, can't see through. Because if they see the girls, usually in the fall, they go a little haywire and they break through. So we want to make this secure. And we've got a bunch of material like this that was donated to us. Somebody was redoing their yard, and they tore down all of this kind of lattice wood structure fencing. There's a little piece there. So we've got a bunch of that. We may just go right across there. Now, getting into our rabbits. So most of them are gone. Oh, jeez, look at that. That's somebody's nice. Well, the two of them, relax, the legs out the back. How can you be more relaxed than that, eh? So there are 3 rabbits remaining. Well, 3 female rabbits, I should say. And the babies are in here. Now, this was the first batch, and their eyes are open. They're, I think, 2 weeks old, I believe. So that's the first batch in there. So they're just hanging out, sleeping. Look at that little one there, the black and the white nose. Oh, bunnies are so cute. So if you haven't been watching our videos, we had 28 rabbits come in on rescue, and half of them were pregnant. So I think that is it for the babies. We've got 3 mamas, and I think only 2 of them were pregnant. And then, of course, we have the boys, which are over on this side. So, let's see. Let's get in here and have a look at some of these. And these guys are actually fairly friendly. We believe they were domesticated. They were just seized from a property because they weren't being taken care of properly. So there, we've got 2. We've got 2 up here. Hi, boys. And then we've got 3 down there. And a little fluffy lion head. These ones take quite a bit of work to keep them in show quality because of the length of their hair and the fluffiness. Now this is the rabbit run, the female rabbit run, so you can see the outside of the structure here. And I just came in through this little temporary type gate. So the other mama, we actually had to, yesterday when we were working, we had to put some wire around this area to kind of contain them. Still got the water sitting there that we left out. So this is the mama here. Hi, mama. And the babies, these ones are younger. Oh, I see movement in here. What is that? What is this? Oh, little popcorns. Oh, there they are. Look at them. Yeah. They're getting pretty active. It looks like there's, I think 5 of them. Oh, 6 of them. There's one there. Hi, little ones. Oh, yes. What's cuter than a little baby bunny, hey? So these ones were, I believe, a little bit, actually no, these ones are older, right? I'm getting my bunnies mixed up. These ones were probably about 3 or 4 days before the other ones. So they're getting pretty active. All right. Oh, Mama, you got your hands full, hey? All right, we'll just kind of tuck that back in. So the concern is, of course, we don't want them getting out along the bottom because those holes, they seem to be a little bit larger than the bunny. So we'll have to come up with something there. Maybe we'll relocate those back into the building. You know, this wire here is about the same size, so I'm sure they could probably squeak out of this. What we traditionally do is we take, this is stucco wire, and then we take chicken wire, which is smaller, and we put on the outside up to maybe a foot or 2 off of the ground, and that just deters any smaller birds or rabbits from getting out. All right, well, we'll leave you to it, Mama. Look what the alpaca are doing. Jumping up to get the good stuff. Actually, it looks like they're all in one spot. They can get those higher branches. They're likely not all going to be staying here. I think we're going to be rehoming some of the boys. We'll probably be keeping a couple of the boys ourselves, depending on how things go. But there are some people that are interested in having some alpaca of their own on their farm. So we're going to play that out and see how that goes. I've read the comments about you know, putting collars on them. We don't really want to put a collar on them because, of course, they're in the bush and they can be running through the bush and a branch catches it. We could even, you know, put some animal paint that's used in the sheep industry. We could do that. There's a number of things we can do. We can put little bows in their hair, maybe. So what's going on? There's the what is? Oh. Okay. Spook is out. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for his release. Oh. Yeah, back there like, what is that thing? He's like, I want to explore. It's not safe for you to explore, buddy. Can't quite fly yet. There you go. You got him.
Now he's yelling at me. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
You're not old enough, buddy. Yeah, you gotta wait a couple more weeks. Yeah, we'd hate for a crow to come down and take you out. Hey, bud? Yeah.
How do you guys, like, eliminate the mud?
What is going on here? Who's on the table?
I know, we forgot to move the other chair.
Lulu. Well, they like to climb on things.
Yeah.
Now, these guys here, so Onyx and Moira were actually in the building at the time I filmed yesterday. Hi, Onyx. Tara had treated Moira's eye, so she had put Moira in, and of course Onyx is right beside her. What is going on here? Hey, what are you doing? I got another one over here. What are you doing? Hey? You get down to that level and then they start chewing on you. Hey? Alright, well, goats on the table. I guess that's okay on the farm, right? So what do you got there, Tiana?
Got a little fledgling bird.
Yeah, so a wild one.
Yeah.
So they tend to, this time of year, fall from the birdhouse And yeah, there's Chip over there.
Here's my garden.
You know, he's just getting oats. So they often will go and fledge, and then
I just put them through the fence.
Yep, fly down, and then we put them over into this area here. Just, you know, tuck the little one over on the other side of the fence so they don't get stuck on. And then Mom will find them. So I had a question from one of our subscribers. I've got some acreage, and what are some recommendations? So of course I always recommend that you build up your pens first. You make sure you have the pens, the houses, before the animals, your enclosures, or else things can get away from you. The other thing is to plant trees. So these trees behind me here are Manitoba maple trees. They grow very quickly. And that one over there is a silver maple. So those are a couple trees that grow really fast, really quickly. These ones here are only, oh, they're about 10 years old now, I guess. 10, actually they're probably a little bit, no, they're older than that. They're about 15 years old. Time flies. They grow to about 40 feet tall, and they have a nice base on them, like they're a good sturdy, other than poplar, which you can see the remains of this one here. They grow straight up and then they fall down. So I got a little carried away when I was planning them out on how close to put them. I doubled them up, basically, putting them half as far apart as they're required to be, just in case I lost some. But this one here is encroaching on my light, and it's eventually going to overtake it. I have cut down a section on it, but I may just need to cut that tree completely down because the one beside it's going to take up that room. So the whole idea is we wanted to have kind of like a canopy. So the question is, when's the best time to plant trees? The best time is 15 years ago. So if you have some property that is barren, or you want to just add some diversity to your trees, then planting early is the key. So here's a couple of the maple that, well, that took the brunt of the boy goat. You can see here they use the bottom trunk to sharpen their horns. So yeah, there's always the animal factor. Some of them actually took quite a long time to grow. There's a few of them down the end of the driveway there that you can see right at the base of that tree there. That one was planted at the same time as all the other ones, but I guess because there's just not enough groundwater in that area, they're taking some time to grow. And here's the ponies. Levi, Meadow, Daisy. So Tara obviously threw some hay in here. It's a little bit easier since we store our hay in the barn there. That's our storage area. And she'll just come over and dump it in this area during the warmer months. In the winter, we of course store up the barn down by their actual pen, just to make it easier for feeding. There's Billy, and Carl is over there in the bush wandering around. Oh, a little hard to see, but he's there. Yeah, so they're up here hanging out, enjoying the nice weather. There's another dead one there. So I'm probably just gonna have to just cut those ones down, get rid of them, call it a loss. The other ones are large enough that I don't think there's an issue. This one here is looking pretty good, but you know, there is some issues with the bottom. So hopefully they just stay away from my trees. So we will be planting more. We've got a bunch of actually these maples. They drop seeds and they grow like crazy. So so that's an excellent tree to plant. And then the silver maple, they have the sucker system. So they come up and they sprout up wherever. Tara just mows them in the grassed area and lets them come up in some other areas. And then you can easily just dig them up and cut them out and then transplant them. But the question is, how do we plant them in an area on the farm here where the animals aren't going to eat them, because most of the property is accessible by the animals, instead, with the exception of this area in here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take electric fence wiring, or we're going to take some kind of maybe some stucco wire and go around a certain area just to barricade or block off a certain spot. Like we want to do a couple by the pond, because one of the trees is not looking the best. So we want to think ahead, think of the future. If that tree falls, then we're going to have no shade in that pond area, which that one tree is responsible for. So plant a tree, think ahead. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We will get to the garden next week. Maybe we'll check in there every couple weeks. Things are growing really nice after the rain we had. Tara's excited to see things grow, and we had our first, last weekend you will, if you watch that, we had a little strawberry. So she brought in the strawberry, cut it up, and into 3, and then we all had a little piece, and oh, is it ever good? Nothing like freshly grown strawberries. So I wish you all a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.